Hey everybody, I am back with my dry brushing of the dragon from Wrath of Ashardalon. I'm sorry it's taking me a bit of time to do this. I've got a lot of projects on the go, but he's fairly close to being completed. I just have some extra touches I want to do. I've found that the changes in color and lighting that I have so far, although you can see it, it's not as significant as what I had shot for initially. Like you can definitely see that there's light here. It just doesn't look orangey yellow like that dragon from the Dungeons and Dragons box set that I was pointed at in the beginning as my inspiration for this paint job. And so because of that, I am going to be relying on a little bit of dry brushing to actually make up for that. I'll show you how I dry brush. I find that it's a very interesting technique. Being only doing it for a little under a year now, I would just say that it can be very easy, and you can also make a lot of mistakes. And so less paint is more. Try to make sure your brush isn't wet, in between rinses and things. Try to make it you're much better off actually just having a very small amount of paint and having it take more time initially than to try to get more paint on there and slopping it on while you're doing it. And so yeah, it's something to take your time with, to learn. I found the first time I did it that you get benefits right away when doing the dry brushing, but that you can make mistakes pretty easy too, and it takes a bit of skill, despite the fact that it's easy to get gains quickly. And so I put some paint on my dry brush that I have. I'm using a Citadel small dry brush, and then what I do is I essentially wipe it off. Now I found I waste a lot of paint when I dry brush. That's just the way I do it. It's unfortunate, I do waste. Someone said to me, when you want to know how much is the right amount, that you take it your hand, which, yeah, this is getting paint on your hand, and you just kind of go like this, and if you can see some paint on your hand, then that's the right amount. Now I'm doing red, so it almost kind of is hard to see on skin, but I've mixed some Troll Slayer orange and some Mephiston red to try to start building up a bit of an orange color on the model. I do find that sometimes it takes a couple of applications to get enough paint on there to feel like you're really able to dry brush. I'll keep this on normal speed just for a little bit to show the technique, and then I'll speed up until I get to the next color. Now I'm happy with the way the dry brush worked here, although I do think I darkened it a little bit. I brought some red back, which I'm not disappointed at that because I felt like it was, as much as I was trying to get it orangey yellow, it was becoming just of a dull shade of red, and so I wasn't really trying to achieve that. So now I'll be right back, and I'll be actually dry brushing with some pure orange. Okay, I've got some pure orange on my brush. I'm going to take it really careful first. Okay, I think I'm now ready to go to a bit of a yellow to achieve that final effect. And so I'll be right back once I get that paint out. So rather than go straight to yellow, I grabbed some sunburst yellow and I mixed it with the blazing orange that I just did. I wanted to really, maybe I'm being too careful, but I just wanted to create several layers of transition. And so I'm kind of just doing it a little slow, but hopefully that will pay off. Okay. Okay, and now for the final, definitely the final of pure yellow. This last one's going to be the shortest because I'm just wanting to add just that final touch of yellow, and I don't want to use too much. I have to mix some more of it up. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Well, I think I am happy with that now. I definitely have achieved that lighting it back up at the top, but I've maintained that yellowish orange now. But it's also a bit of a brighter, more vibrant yellowish orange than what I'd had before. And so, made a bit more of a glowing yellowish orange rather than a dull, which is what I was kind of achieving before with my airbrush. I didn't quite get the highlight I was hoping for. I had to enhance it a bit. Okay, so next I'm just going to highlight the eyes and protect the model, and then it is done. And I have a little touch-up down there. I have to paint black because this got on there from scraping because of the models touching the base. Okay. I'm just going to do that real quick and I'll be right back, and then that will conclude this series of the Ashardalon Dragon. Hey everybody, so I've ended up just, touching up this one eye here a bit, keep it just a bit brighter like that one. And I've used a a matte varnish 1-to-1 mixture with a gloss varnish through the airbrush just to protect it once again, just the work that I just did. And so sometimes the matte varnish does tone down a little bit if you have a bit of a chalky look, and I also find that applying a wash sometimes of a similar color over it can be used to take away a chalky look from the dry brush, which is oftentimes a complaint when first doing dry brushing, but I still myself at times, you know, have that happen and just have to correct it. So this is the final product of the Ashardalon Dragon. Quite happy with it. I think it came out quite nice, and it is a nice finish to this series that I've done. I will be posting this video, but then a separate video for those that didn't want to watch the step-by-step of just the final product to have with all, you know, in the playlist of all the other Ashardalon minis that I've painted in the spring. So hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, or it's not really a tutorial, but maybe it was somewhat one of, you know, it was just more of a, I had a request for a step-by-step of a mini in the last model, and so that is what I did with this last one. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care, everybody.